Hi, my name is Mark Miller. I'm the district silviculturist on the Eastern Divide Ranger District, and that is located on the Jefferson National Forest. We're out here in Giles County looking at some crop tree release treatments. Dylan was the marker on this one, and the selection is a little bit different here as opposed to most of the other stand where we've selected oaks. In this particular case, Dylan selected a softmass tree, cucumber. Maintained diversity in the overstory, good. It's actually at least an intermediate, maybe a codominant, so it's in the right crown class. The bowl of the tree, nice and straight, really good, and it looks healthy. There's a little bit of epicormic branching, but not enough to make me not consider it. So in this particular case, there's probably 6 to 7 trees around here that are competing with this target crop tree. And most of the competing trees are not oaks. So we're good here. Dylan made the decision to adopt this one behind it, which is also a cucumber. So these two trees basically will remain. And there probably is enough growing space up there where these two will persevere into the future overstory until the stand is mature. So with this kind of marking, what we got here is we have at least this red maple will get cut. This red maple will get cut. This birch tree on the uphill side will likely get cut. This maple will likely get cut. And there may be another tree over here that'll get cut. One other thing to consider is when these trees I just mentioned get cut, for sure it's helping the tree that we've marked as our designated crop tree. But what we're also doing, all these other trees that are outside, sort of on the perimeter where the cut will happen, it's helping to sort of release the trees on the uphill side and the downhill side. So we're actually helping more trees than just our target crop tree. We're not doing a full 3-4-sided release, but it is providing growing space up in the canopy for other trees, even though this is our marker that selected this tree right here. Made a good choice, and they made a couple of other decisions about how much to release. So first of all, they chose the right species. It's an oak, and it's a northern red oak, which is a one of the more favored of the oaks. So northern red oak. It's in a codominant crown class. It's got a healthy bowl. The form is a little iffy, but you know it's meeting most of our objectives. So this particular decision was a good decision because it's got 3, 4, maybe 5 trees competing with it. It's got this maple. It's got this oak down here. It's got another maple. It's got a really nice oak from above, and maybe a miscellaneous tree here. But basically, you don't want to force the contractor to cut a better tree to release your crop tree. So this particular oak tree is actually a more it's probably a dominant oak tree. They've dotted this tree, which tells the contractor, do not cut this tree, even though it's competing with our designated crop tree. Same situation on the bottom end, lower slope. This oak, although it's got poor form, it's got a low fork. It's got a really nice crown. That dot is telling the contractor, even though this tree is competing with this designated crop tree, do not cut it. So in effect, the contractor will cut this maple. It will cut this maple behind it, and it may cut a few of this miscellaneous intermediate oaks and red maples. So basically, a 2-sided release for this particular tree. Still a good decision.